So I've already covered the best minifigs of the year, but what about the worst minifigs of the year? If you're interested in seeing what I consider the best minifigs of 2025, I'll be linking that video down below in the description, so if you want to see my top 10, go over there and then let me know if you actually agree with my list or not. Now it's time for us to get into the worst minifigs of 2025. I've set myself a baseline for what actually makes a minifig bad, that way I'm not going off the rails and just picking minifigs that are just otherwise boring. My criteria is the minifig disappointing, is it accurate, and is the printing bad? Now it's time to actually get into the list itself. Starting off at number 10, we have Wildfire. Now technically Wildfire is a minifig that came out before 2025 as well, but I'm actually putting her here because I'm extremely disappointed that we haven't gotten more printings for her. We've only seen 2 versions of her, 3 if you count the one with the shoulder pads, but that's not enough to really justify making the same minifig over and over again, because we know that they can make more versions of her, they just choose not to. You can see in the show itself that they have another version that they can make for her, they just haven't done it yet. While yes, the minifig itself does look good, and the printing is accurate, and everything about the minifig looks great, it's just so disappointing that we have not gotten a new version of her yet. It's been years, Lego, please, it's 2026, please give us a new version of her. Or you could at least just stop using this version because we're so tired of opening up Lego sets and finding a Wildfire minifigure in there that looks the exact same as the ones we've gotten before. So I'm going to be putting C-3PO from the Death Star in our number 9 spot. You might look at this minifigure at first and be like, what's disappointing about this? Well, let me just zoom in on it. Do you see it yet? Okay, good, because reminder that this is a $1,000 set that this minifigure is coming out of. And we know that they can give C-3PO a molded leg because they included one in the UCS Landspeeder, so I don't know why they don't have one here, it doesn't make any sense. But what makes even less sense is the next minifig on this list. Or should I say, minifigs, because there's actually, it's a group of them, because this is why the Death Star is so bad. At number 8, we have pretty much any of the officers from the Death Star. I mean, yeah, the minifigs themselves aren't really, bad, and I know that this is technically going out of the norm, this isn't a top 10 list, you're including multiple in the number 8 spot. Well, let me tell you something, this is a personal gripe, the Death Star sucks, and these officers clearly could have had the molded legs. They just chose not to give them the molded legs, for no reason, because they've shown again that they could include them in the set, they just didn't do it. I'm going off on a bit of a rant, but I'm just going to end the number 8 spot so we can go ahead and just move on to the other minifigures on the list because I absolutely despise the Death Star and all the minifigs in it. Other than you, baby, we love you. Moving on to number 7, we have Ben Grimm. So here's the thing. I kind of had to just throw that in. I mean, it's kind of hard not to. Anyways, so he's from set 76316, the Fantastic Four versus Galactus. And it really sucks that they didn't deliver on him because they could have made him a big fig or something, or just I don't know, gave him more detailing, because that headpiece just looks really weird and the fist looks strange and it just looks so out of proportion for a character that's supposed to be bigger. There's not really much else I have to say about this other than the lineup of minifigures from this set in general are also just kind of mid. But we're just going to go ahead and move on to the next minifigure on the list. At number 6, we've got Lucius Malfoy from Malfoy's Manor, set number 76453. So there's actually a couple things that I really dislike about this figure. One, he's not accurate to the movie at all. You even see in the movie that he looks a lot cooler and more interesting. So I don't know how they managed to mess that up. But moving on, we actually have a problem with the face. This face is just really boring, and I mean, yeah, technically it only has been used 2 other times, but that doesn't mean it doesn't look like a bunch of other minifig faces. There's nothing that sets it apart and makes it unique when this character needs that, because in the movie you see that he looks tired and he looks worn out and he looks stressed. He doesn't look like that here. What's going on? He's overall just a pretty bad figure. I mean, look at the printing. It's okay, but it's non-existent. He doesn't look that good. And it's just really disappointing that they failed him. The whole thing about Malfoy Manor is that it's the Malfoys. How do they mess up the main character for the Malfoys? Other than, of course, the little brat, but whatever. Moving on to the top 5, we have another Harry Potter minifigure because they really suck at making Harry Potter minifigures now. I don't know what they did. I guess they just decided hey, these look cool. Let's just never make them look cool again or something. So we have Stanley from the Night Bus Adventure, set number 75957, and he's not a bad minifigure, but they've done better in the past, which is a recurring issue with these minifigures on the list. The face print actually looks better than the original version, but the hat sucks. I don't know what they did. What are they doing? This was a set from 6 years ago. They couldn't have made the hat look the same or even just reuse the same hat. I don't understand. I think we're all really tired of the Harry Potter minifigures kind of sucking, so let's just hope that LEGO improves in the future, but I'm not gonna really like expect them to, because let's be real, they don't really care about the minifigures themselves. They just care about putting out these expensive castles that only like die-hard fans are gonna buy. So let's just go ahead and move on to our number 4 spot, which is going to go to the Winter Soldier. Yay, the Winter Soldier. I mean, he kind of sucks. So this is the Winter Soldier from set number 76314, Captain America Civil War Action Battle. I mean, that's a mouthful. So he actually has okay detailing on the chest and legs, but what's this? What's this? Where the heck is the arm printing? How does he not have arm printing? You telling me this is the Winter Soldier? It looks like somebody's trying to cosplay him. And honestly, it's not a very good cosplay, because how does he not have arm printing? That's like the one thing that they could have gotten right with the Winter Soldier and messed everything else up and the minifig still be good, but they just left it out. It's not there. There's no arm printing, and they've shown that they've been able to make the arm printing in the past. So where is it? You know, I think LEGO's just starting to cheap out on us, because I don't think they want the fans of these characters to be happy. They want us to suffer. They want us to beg LEGO, please, LEGO gods, please give us the minifigs that we want. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to beg. I'm just going to hope that they do, and then they listen to the fans, but I'm not going to expect them to do that. Alright, so before we get into our top 3, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video and make you guys listen to me. Please, if you are enjoying the stuff I'm talking about and the things I have to say, leave a comment down below agreeing with what I'm making, or you could just like, you know, not leave a comment, that's cool too, but you should definitely leave a comment. Go ahead and like the video as well, and if you want to see more of my stuff, go ahead and subscribe, because I'm going to be ranting and saying a lot more things that a lot of people are not going to want to listen to, but you should anyways, so go ahead and go sub. And moving on to our number 3 spot, we have the Hulk. So this is the Hulk from set number 76312, the Hulk truck versus Thanos, and let me just say that this minifig is a major disappointment. For starters, the set itself is pretty cheap. I mean, it's only $40, but you get 2 minifigures out of it, so you'd hope that the 2 minifigures themselves would be pretty good, and they're just kind of not. But more specifically, the Hulk, it's so disappointing that he's not a big fig, and then more importantly, if they're going to make a Hulk minifig, they have to at least get the detailing right, because we've seen before that they've gotten the detailing right on the minifigs themselves, but they just messed this one up. For starters, what do you mean? How is the legs not dual molded? You've seen the exact same minifigure before, the exact same one with dual molded legs, but this one's just all pants. He's all pants. Have you ever seen the Hulk just wearing full pants? If the answer is no, then yeah, this minifig sucks. On to our number 2 spot, we have Boba Fett from 2 separate sets actually, because this minifig is used on both of those sets, and both of them are Jango Fett ships, one of them being the UCS version and the other one being the more play scale. This is going to end up being a little bit less of a ranty take compared to my other ones, but Boba Fett just really is disappointing. I'm just really disappointed, like just pure disappointment, because the Jango Fett from the UCS set is actually one of my favorite minifigs of the year, so Boba Fett not being one of the best minifigs of the year is a pretty bad sign that they just got this one wrong, and they got it so wrong. From the hair to the belt to the wrong printing, like LEGO has shown that they are able to get these things right in the past, especially with the hair and the belt, but they just got both of those things wrong here. Now to LEGO's credit, I will say that the face is actually really good, because they changed the skin tone of Boba Fett finally, for the young Boba Fett anyways, and made it more accurate to what he looks like in the movie, so that is a plus. And so hopefully we keep seeing more correct skin tone Boba Fett's in the future, but this one is just not a good minifigure. They got the hair wrong, they got the belt wrong. I don't know how they managed to mess that up, especially because it's just a simple Google search. They could have just Googled what the belt's supposed to look like. It's the wrong color. How do you get the wrong color? I think there's something to be said about how LEGO just keeps getting these minifigs wrong, specifically for the Harry Potter line and Star Wars. I don't know if the designers just don't care about these lines, but I just really wish that they would. I wish that they would focus more on the minifigs themselves, because a lot of fans really like the minifigs. And now we are on to our final minifig of the list, the absolute worst minifig of 2025, and that is going to be Mr. Charlie Bucket from the Willy Wonka set number 21360. I'm actually at a loss for words, like how? Why? What? What are you doing? This is just a terrible minifigure in a lineup of actually really good minifigures, especially Willy Wonka himself. The Willy Wonka minifigure looks awesome. Charlie just doesn't have any detailing. He has nothing on him. He's not anything special. There's nothing about him that sets him apart, saying, hey, I am a character that is important to this movie, that is about me. Now, yeah, okay, so technically in the movie, he doesn't have anything on his shirt that he's wearing, his little turtleneck sweater. But what about the pants? Why are his pants this tan color, but in the movie they're not? He's even wearing a belt in the movie, and that's not even on the minifigure. I cannot believe how bad this minifigure is. All of the other cast members in this set have printing of some sort or detailing that looks awesome, but Charlie just doesn't have any of that. Unfortunately, Charlie Bucket is without a doubt the worst minifigure of 2025, and there are no other minifigures that can compare to how bad he is. Even the Boba Fett minifigure isn't even comparable to how bad Charlie Bucket is. So that is going to conclude our top 10 worst minifigures of 2025. If you enjoyed this video, which I hope you did, and if you made it this far, please leave a like, comment down below what you think is the worst minifigure of 2025, and subscribe to the channel because I have a lot more lists coming and a lot more videos that are going to be different from my top 10 minifigures and just my minifigure rankings in general. So subscribe to the channel and I will see you in the next one.